Hello and welcome to Cinebuck Presents, where I give my $2 instead of my 2 cents. With a title like Pets on a Train, one would think it's not very much of an audience draw. Then again, Snakes on a Plane ended up being a big enough audience draw despite the mixed reviews that it received. Was this movie worth checking out on the silver screen? Well, yes and no. The plot involves a raccoon named Falcon who teams up with a badger named Hans to hack into the computer system of a train to encourage all of the human passengers and crew to get off it. In this way, Falcon can steal all of the food from the dining car and serve it to all of his animal friends as part of a big Christmas feast. However, Hans has other plans and ends up taking control of the train, turning it into the runaway type and having it careen across the countryside. This leaves all of the pets on the train as the only remaining passengers on board. Hans also has a vengeful plot against a police dog named Rex, who happens to be on the train with the other pets. It's up to Falcon and the rest of the animals to try and stop the train before it derails, crashes, explodes, or even all three. Incidentally, I half expected this movie to be a somewhat generic talking animal picture with almost nothing new to offer. As it turned out, it wasn't really all that bad. The setup for the premise itself is nice, and there was enough engagement in the direction and the fast-paced animation to make it enticing enough for kids. Also, there was at least enough tension and suspense to allow the audience to really care for the animal characters and hope that they all make it out alive in the end. However, there wasn't as much dimension given to the characters as I would like to have seen, and the jokes did not pack too much of a punch. Not to mention the somewhat clunky storyline that it has. If the filmmakers had really taken the time to flesh out the dialogue, the characters, and the humor, that would have given the movie that extra edge, almost in the likes of the DreamWorks animated film Over the Hedge. Overall, I'd say that this is a fairly decent entertainment fare for kids, and it's at least amusing enough for most adults. It might not be the kind of train ride that's guaranteed to become a runaway hit, but it's not all that bad. On a scale between 1 and 10, I give this film a 6.5. Personally, I would wait until it comes out on a streaming service or DVD in order to check it out. This is Renton Whitetail having given his $2 and signing off. See you folks next time. Take care.